just make a little video on Bot Free Group at the moment.
What for?
Oh, just for social media.
No, I don't want it done, thanks.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Well, it's our company and I'm asking you not to do it.
Well, I can see it from the road, so...
Yeah, well, can you not film, please?
Well, I will, but I'll also...
Call the police, because you're not...
Call the police for someone with a camera?
Well, yeah, because you've done it to them over there.
Yes. And I got my drone as well, so we'll be sending the drone over to get some drone footage, so...
You're not doing it?
If you're doing 911, not saying 999, 101, sorry.
999.
999?
Yeah,
what are you going to report? A man with...
Please.
Oh, let me hear this. Man with a camera.
Please. It's harassment.
You've come out and harassed me, I'm not harassing you.
Hi there, and there's just on the industrial estate in Louth, and there's a strange chap walking around filming businesses and says he's sending drones up and taking footage and just... Well.
Welcome back to the channel. Today's case isn't set in a courtroom, but it might as well be, because what unfolds is a full-blown trial of public rights versus private discomfort. A simple camera, a curious auditor, and a drone are all it takes to send a business into panic mode, triggering a 911 call and a police response. What starts as routine photography quickly spirals into legal misunderstandings, GDPR blunders, and police officers acting more like feelings enforcers than law enforcers. Stick around, because we're about to see officers misquote laws they don't understand, businesses treat curiosity like a crime, and an auditor calmly dismantle every weak argument thrown his way. By the end, you'll be asking yourself...
Absolutely, yeah, I'll give him the video. I'm stood there when he called. I think it's this one that called you, wasn't it?
So what's the crack? What's going on?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Sorry?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Okay, what's the purpose of the video?
My purpose, really.
No. What's the purpose of the video?
Sorry? No. My purpose, really. Thank you.
What is the purpose of the video?
Do I have to answer that question?
Well, yeah, because it may be that you're breaking the law by if you...
Doing what? What law do you think I've broken?
Well, we'll start with GDPR rules.
Okay, that's nothing to do with the police. Is it?
Is it not?
No. And it isn't anyway, because I'm in public, I can film anything I can see in public, can't I?
Yeah, you can film in public,
yeah.
But if you're overflying private premises and videoing stuff that's on there, then that becomes a little bit of an issue.
No, incorrect, officer.
Are the police protecting the law, or just protecting someone's discomfort? Let's dive in. Notice how quickly this escalates. Within minutes of filming, the police arrive as if a crime is in progress. But listen closely. When asked, the auditor explains exactly what he's doing. Taking public video. That's perfectly lawful. The officers, however, instantly press for the purpose. Here's the trick. Under UK law, citizens aren't required to justify why they're filming in public. Purpose isn't crime. By demanding it, the officers shift from law enforcement into interrogation mode, as though curiosity alone equals suspicion. This is where rights meet resistance. The right to remain silent about your intentions versus the expectation to explain yourself just to avoid hassle.
It goes over, they're not allowed to video, is that what you're saying?
Well, aeroplanes won't be able to pick up as much detail as a drone flying some specific premises.
Small aeroplanes?
What is the purpose behind? What interest do you have in filming?
It's fine, I like industrial estates, so I go to industrial estates making videos of companies I find interesting. Are you recording? No. It's flashing. There's a green light flashing.
Yes, it is.
Is that recording?
It's flashing red, then I'll be recording.
Right, okay.
The green is not recording, so
right.
What law is
that? We don't know, you see, so we don't know that. So, but if you are not recording, that's fine. But you would have, one of your procedures you would have broke if you hadn't told me that.
Why is that?
Because you have to inform me. As well, you mentioned GDPR.
I can film anything I want in public. You've just come back.
No, not you. No, you're filming it as a company. You're an officer working for the law. You have to, by GDPR rules, you have to tell me. Like the sign on the gate there saying they're filming people.
And here comes a big one, GDPR. The officer confidently cites it like a trump card, but it's completely irrelevant. GDPR regulates how companies handle customer data, not how private citizens record in public. It's the legal equivalent of shouting Uno reverse in the wrong game. The auditor knows this instantly and corrects him. Yet instead of conceding, the officer doubles down, fishing for authority where none exists. This moment is critical. It shows how some officers lean on complicated-sounding jargon to intimidate the public, hoping the citizen will back down. But when faced with someone who knows the law, that strategy collapses. Did you catch the irony? The officer says, I can film anything I want in public.
What are we going to do about you filming? Because it's clearly causing annoyance to people.
That's not my problem. I'm in a public area filming. I'm not annoying anybody. They're annoying me, to be honest. They're actually annoying me.
Called the police.
And they're annoying me. They come out and annoy me. He did. They annoyed me. I don't report them because I thought, well, just go back to work and leave me to it. So if you think I'm breaking any laws, then please quote the laws I'm breaking, because I'm not breaking it.
But here's the problem. He's not a private citizen. When using a body-worn camera, police are bound by GDPR and must tell you they're recording. The auditor calls out the double standard perfectly. This isn't just a minor detail. It highlights the imbalance between citizens and law enforcement. Officers often hold the public to standards they themselves ignore. By calmly flipping the argument, the auditor reveals a truth many don't realize. Transparency rules apply more strictly to the police than to regular people. Here's where the comedy writes itself. The business claims to be highly secret because they make fragrances. Perfume recipes aren't national security. Yet they act like the auditor stumbled into Area 51. This is classic exaggeration.
Anything? I don't. That's wrong, isn't it? Surely.
It's not the fact that I can't get you on anything. It's just that if you are causing somebody enough annoyance, and they're worried about people's private details being published on the internet and what have you, because there are certain things that are visible from up to your drone camera.
Yeah.
And they are rightly concerned that those will be published on the internet.
Absolutely. Can be concerned. Put them inside. Because anybody, I can go on that public path and fly my drone. I could have done it secretly. I let them know what I'm doing.
Okay. But from their point of view,
Yeah.
can you see why it would cause an annoyance if you are entirely in the right and you are exercising your right as a person to do something that they don't want you to do?
Yeah.
And you refuse to stop when you've been asked, even though it's their premises that are affected by your actions.
Well, they said there, we're highly secret, blah, blah, blah. They're a fragrance company. I'm like, highly secret fragrances? Really? You know, people really build themselves up to be bigger than they are, just to try to stop people exercising their God-given right, legal rights in this country, legal rights in this country, to video anything I...
When people can't legally stop you, they inflate their importance to scare you off. The auditor calls it out bluntly. They're just a fragrance company, not a MI6. This shows how fragile the line is between legitimate privacy concerns and inflated ego. Businesses don't get to invent new laws just because they dislike being filmed. Rights aren't negotiable, no matter how secret you claim to be. This is a key moment. The auditor actually has to remind the officer to walk away, something that should never be necessary. Police aren't supposed to linger out of irritation or ego. They're supposed to act only when a crime is being committed. Yet here, the officer hangs around, probing for a reason to escalate. That's dangerous. When law enforcement blurs the line between actual enforcement and personal annoyance, civil liberties suffer.
An issue because you can't see it from a public place because your drone is going into a private place to take these images.
It's flying over in the airspace which is controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and I obey all the laws for flying my drone. Civil Aviation Authority, there's no restrictions for flying in this area, on this estate, wherever, so I can fly my drone free will all over this place. I feel you're annoyed. I don't understand. You're not the feelings police. You've got to remember this. You're not the feelings police. You're here to feel.
I'm not the feelings police. I just find it incomprehensible that
But you're like him. It's not up to you to understand what I'm here to do. It's not up to you to understand that, is it? If I'm here and not breaking any law, then basically you need to just walk away and let them know he's not breaking any law.
The auditor is right. They're not the feelings police. Law isn't about annoyance. It's about statutes. And when police forget that, citizens pay the price. Listen carefully to this exchange. The auditor asks a direct question. Do I have to give my name? The officer's answer? It depends if I feel you've been involved in antisocial behavior. That phrase is chilling, if I feel. Feelings have no place in law. Under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, officers can request details only if there's reasonable belief of antisocial behavior, meaning evidence, not emotions. By framing it around personal feeling, the officer admits to wielding subjective power. This shows how dangerous vague laws become when enforced based on perception rather than proof.
And people's, their clients' details, addresses, and what have you are on display.
Tell me this, officer. Do they have the right to tell me to stop videoing?
I think they've probably got the right to stop you from overflying their premises.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're incorrect.
I think they probably do.
I think you're incorrect.
If you look at the contract when you buy a house, the property you own, then you also own the airspace above it. It doesn't stop at the roof of the house.
Maybe you do. That's all a bit grey, but...
So if you're overflying their property, then that does become a point where...
Right. Can you hear in the sky?
Sorry?
Can you hear in the sky? There's an airplane flying over.
Yes, there is.
So has he asked him if he can fly over?
What we just witnessed is more than an auditor versus police standoff. It's a snapshot of a bigger problem. Rights misunderstood, laws misapplied, and authority stretched to cover feelings instead of facts. The business overreacted. The officers leaned on legal buzzwords they didn't fully understand. And through it all, the auditor stood firm on his rights. This isn't about being difficult. It's about reminding everyone that freedoms exist whether or not someone feels comfortable with them. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping breakdowns of policing, courtroom chaos, and the rights that matter most.
If they don't want you flying over, like next to their businesses where there's information shown and things like that, I think they're polite, so politely have to stop. Obviously, I appreciate you've said it's escalated. If they'd like you to stop, then just want to keep things,
Well, what about my thing? So what about me? I've come here to make videos, and I want to make the video. So what about my thing?
Okay, well,
what about respect for me?
You could just please not get any kind of private information involved in that.
Well, that's not on me though. That's on them. You can't. If they've left private information out.
You do publish these videos online.
Yep.
Can you make sure that the information is unreadable?
I'll do my best if I think it's confidential, but you can't see anything. I'm 30, 40, 50 metres up. I can't even make faces out, you know what I mean? And everybody goes mad about it. It's ridiculous. Think carefully what you're going to say next. I know there's one answer to this, and it begins with N.
So the answer begins with
N.
N for
No. When I said, do I need to?
well.
No, there's not a well, there's no buts to it. It's either a yes or a no.
It's open to interpretation. It depends, because if I feel that you've been involved in ASP, then yes, you do.
ASP?
The
CSP?
Police Reform Act.
What's ASP?
Social behaviour.
Anti-social lawsuit against you. If you arrested me for anti-social behaviour, for a man with a camera, then I think you'll be into a...
Suggesting that having a...
I will take you to court. I will take you to court for that.
Suggesting, however, that you've been involved in an altercation, either one side or the other, and if I decide that constitutes antisocial behaviour, then I can require you to provide me with your name and address details.
You can, if you think I've committed a crime. But do you think I've committed a crime?
If you've been involved in ASP.
No, if you think I've committed a crime, you can ask me.
Been involved in ASP, that's how it works.
If you think I've committed a crime, if you think, that's right, you're thinking I've been involved in ASP, which is a crime, isn't it? So if you think I've committed a crime...
ASP isn't necessarily a crime, but one of the police powers that we have is to request the information from somebody who's been involved in ASP.
Right.
So you've been involved in an argument because you've refused to comply with somebody else's wishes. When,
Feelings policed again from his side, correct? Yeah.
Okay. So
go get their name and address and all information.
We'll be going over there in a minute.
It's not antisocial behaviour. It's rubbish.
Would you like just to provide your details? Obviously, you've said there's been a crime of public order because they've shouted and sworn at you. You don't want to make a complaint. Would you like to provide your details to go on the crime report?
At this time, no. If I get home and I feel that I do need to, when I watch the video back and I do feel that it was bad enough,
Can I
then
give you the instant number then? Just to
yes, please, absolutely, give me the instant. Yeah, definitely.
If you'd like to provide your details.
Yep. So right, but you won't be getting my name because if I did it anonymously. So if you're thinking I'm going to do that, so you get my name.
No. It's just obviously if you want to provide your details.
What's the date today?
Is there any particular reason you won't provide your details?
Yes, one massive one.
What's that?
I don't want to.
What would it gain by withholding your details?
What would it gain? Now, okay. Right, so let me just reverse that back. So what it would gain for you if I provide my details, that goes straight...
Spoken to.
It goes... Doesn't matter though, does it? It goes straight on your intel. You put this description, my name, all my details on your intel. I don't want to be on your intel. So...
You're doing nothing wrong. What's the harm?
No, you can't use that. No. I have...
That's a question. I'm not using it. I'm asking you a question.
Well, yeah. Well, you can't say if you're doing nothing wrong, why don't you give your name? That's just rubbish, isn't it? I don't have to give my name, do I? And I don't want to. It's as simple as that.
Fine, you don't want to. But what would be the harm?
I've just told you, you'll go on your intel. So it'll go against the incident. It'll go on your intel.